21,600 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine arrived in the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis on April 7th via the COVAX facility. What is COVAX and how is it related to COVID-19 and vaccinations? COVAX is the COVID-19 vaccine's global access, a global initiative aimed at equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines. COVAX forms part of the Access to COVID-19 Tools ACT Accelerator. This is a framework for global collaboration that came to fruition in response to a call from G20 leaders at the start of the pandemic in 2020. The management of the COVAX facility falls under three partner agencies, which include Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, CEPI, and the WHO, with UNICEF as key implementing partner. Upon arrival in the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis, the vaccine cargo was met by the Prime Minister, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Dolores Stapleton Harris, and PAHO Country Representative Katrina Smith. The Prime Minister acknowledged that the battle in which the world is now engaged is a matter of life and death, and we are now witnessing the largest vaccination drive in history. He encouraged everyone to be engaged in the preservation of life and livelihood.
We are, of course, thankful that we had engaged in the COVAX facility very early. In fact, we were among the first within the region to have signed up and paid monies to secure this support coming through the COVAX facility. It is because of the collaborative efforts, both at the global and hemispheric level, between all of the foregoing entities and other agencies, that nations like St. Kitts and Nevis can receive this support that we need in the fight against COVID-19.
Minister of Health, the Honourable Akila Byron Nesbitt, reaffirmed the ministry's commitment to maintaining the public health measures and says only the vaccine can rein in the pandemic. She urged Kittitians and Nivisians to do their part.
I just want to remind everyone, the pandemic will not be over until we all do our part. We now have 21,600 doses, and we're counting on each and everyone who is eligible to step forward and be vaccinated.
PAHO Country Representative Katrina Smith says the start of the vaccine rollout is a hopeful step in the fight against COVID-19.
Our region, the Americas, will have to immunize at least 700 million people against COVID-19. Of which 33,037 persons are being targeted to be vaccinated in St. Kitts and Nevis. This is a significant public health undertaking. As the PAHO Director, Dr. Carissa Etienne, recently mentioned, immunization in Latin America and the Caribbean should be a global priority, and our region needs vaccines as soon as possible and as many as possible to save lives. Access to COVID-19 vaccines should not be a privilege for a few, but a right that we all share, regardless of who we are and where we are from.
She says PAHO is working with UNICEF and manufacturers to expedite the delivery of vaccines to the Americas and further stressed on maintaining public health measures. Under the COVAX facility, the Pan American Health Organization, along with the World Health Organization, Gavi, CEPI, and UNICEF, have set a target for the Americas to provide enough vaccines to cover around 100 million people by the end of 2021. Once this is achieved, it means that these countries will have enough vaccines to immunize 20% of their populations. PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne says, because of the global limitations on manufacturing vaccines, it has been difficult for our region to gain access to the vaccines. We need to immunize our populations. Vaccine production for approved COVID-19 vaccines needs to increase worldwide because none of us will be safe until all are safe. It is simple. Do your part. Get vaccinated. Vaccines bring us closer.